It's 10:31. One of the events well, it's not exactly specifically for Cash for Kids, but an event in which Muir Mackenzie's taking part. He's decided to raise money for Cash for Kids. Muir joined me to tell me more about it this morning. It's the Mongol rally. Are you familiar with the expression, you need your head looked?
No. Yes, well, I understand what you're saying there.
So tell me about the Mongol rally. Give us a bit of background to it, first of all.
It started originally in 2004. There were 6 cars that set off from Hyde Park in London. It was a project by a student at university at the time, and it grew by word and mouth since then. This year is the 5th year, and it's the biggest event so far. There are 500 teams taking part. That means 500 vehicles. Now, not all of them are from the UK. The majority are, but we have set-off points on the continent in Madrid and Milan.
And is it the case that, as far as the Mongol rally is concerned, is the idea behind that it follows what was the old Silk Route?
Part of it does cover the Silk Route. There are no rules in this rally. It's up to you from the start-off point how you make your way there. Some people go as far north as the Arctic Circle via Moscow, which is probably the shortest route. We are taking the southern route, going through Turkey, Iran, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan.
And why from here to Mongolia? I'm guessing that it's maybe the initial inspiration was the old Silk Route, but is there any significance in the destination being Mongolia?
No, this was just a destination that the founders hit upon when they came up with the idea originally, and since then, well, when they reached Mongolia, they wanted to donate their vehicles to charity, and that's where they got involved with the local authorities in Mongolia, and it's grown in strength from there, where this has become an annual event, and the vehicles of all the participants are left for the local charities for their benefit.
It's interesting, actually, that you say that, because one of the questions I had was that you're talking about, obviously it costs you to be involved in the trip, and the flight home. I'm thinking, why do you need a flight home? But you've answered that question. And you said that there are various starting points in Europe. Do you actually, do all the participants congregate together at any particular time?
Yes, the UK a part of the rally meets in Goodwood on the 18th of July. 2 days later, we meet our European counterparts in Prague, and it's a party event. That's on the 20th, and the following morning, at 21st, we all split our different ways. Saying that, some people have already made friends because we are given access to each other to talk to, and some teams will obviously be going in small convoys.
I was going to ask about the convoy aspect, but that's generally not something that you have to do, and it's not a race as such.
No, it's not a race. The idea of the convoys is safety in numbers and assistance, helping each other with breakdowns, with communications more than anything else. And if we run into problems at border posts or with bandits or anything along the way that we haven't planned for.
And you mentioned to me earlier when we were chatting off here about some world hospitality organisation that you would hope to tap into for accommodation along the way.
Yes, well, to keep costs down, we are hoping to be hosted along the way. I'm a member of 2 organisations. One is called Couchsurfing, and the other one's called Hospitality Club. These organisations are international and throughout the world, and it's up for people to host and be hosted, and there's no charge involved. It's totally voluntary, and it's a good way or alternative way of meeting the local people in a country and living in their houses.
And is that something that you know beforehand, or is it as spontaneous as you arrive in somewhere and then you seek somebody out?
No, I've been a member of Couchsurfing, and there is a local Aberdeen group for 2 years now.
And is that something you do beforehand, or is it when you're actually on the road?
I'm planning to make final arrangements sort of in the last couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before we set off, before our contact members. The contact is done on the internet by email.
And as far as the dangers that you alluded to earlier, in particular, there's one part of the journey along the Afghan border which sounds like it could be interesting to say the least.
Yes, this is the Muir highway. It is known as the rooftop of the world. It's a very isolated stretch, and the road is not well maintained. It was a scene of the war during the 90s on the border there, when it was still a Soviet bloc country. The problem with the road is landslides, and one needs a special permit to enter this area as it is a military zone, and one has to keep to the routes because there are live minefields in the area, and there's a lot of munitions left over from the conflict that are still unexploded.
I'm tempted to say, once again, you need your head looked. Now, there are 3 of you taking part, and interestingly enough, you were telling me that there's a slight problem, as of today, with the other 2 drivers.
Yes, at this stage, I'm the only one with a valid driver's license. The other 2 are have provisional licenses. John is setting his test on the 10th of May, and Gary, who's presently offshore, hopefully will be slotted in sometime before we leave and pass.
And you're hoping for a 4th member of the team as well?
Yes, this is a contingency really. If someone's got a driver's license and has a time off, because it's going to take anything between 4 and 6 weeks to achieve, and to help keep costs down on the trip.
And as far as anybody who might be interested in taking part and coming along with you, they need to raise a bit of finance themselves before they can take part.
Yes, yeah, we do need help with the fundraising, and they must be prepared to help us in that regard as well.
And you're doing this, well, tell me first of all, was the idea initially to raise funds for charity, or was it the idea of the adventure first and foremost?
What actually happened, I got an email through a travel website, and part of the conditions of doing this rally is to raise money for a local charity. Well, you choose one of the local charities in Mongolia. That is a requirement. It's up to you to choose a charity of your own choice, wherever it be in the world. I've chosen to go with Cash for Kids. It's a local charity, and it's a way of giving something back to the community where I've been part of for the last 19 years.
And will your car be emblazoned with the Cash for Kids logo as well?
Yes, it is at the moment.
And one final question, any particular apprehensions that you perhaps have?
No, not really. No, I'm just looking forward to the adventure.
Well, some adventure. I hope it goes well for you. And is there anywhere in particular, anybody who might be interested in coming along with you, is there an email address, for example, by which they can get in touch?
We have a dedicated website, and that would be the easiest method of contact. All our details are on the email, phone numbers. If I may mention it, it's www.tripaholic.co.uk.
And Tripaholic is just as it sounds, .co.uk.
TRIPOHOLIC.
Well, Muir, good luck to you. I hope you have a good time, and not too much in the way of negative experiences as you go along, particularly as you get through Afghanistan. I hope it's a great deal of fun, and good luck with raising the funds for Cash for Kids.
Thank you,
Thanks
David.
for coming in this morning. If you are interested in going along with Muir and his colleagues, that website again is tripaholic.co.uk. www.tripaholic.co.uk.